So after beating the game, you sometimes see Sotha sleeping on the throne on the title screen. But anyway, welcome back to more of the Fire Emblem Three Houses blind run. I've talked to a few people off camera, and it seems like missing Rhea as support is not the end of the world. They don't really reveal that much on this route. All they do is just show a more casual side of her. So, I will be continuing with this file and going on to Chapter 13, the first one of the Church Route Post-timeskip. I have the feeling, though, that this map's going to be very similar to Blue Lion's Chapter 13. Apparently, every Chapter 13 is pretty much the same apart from Crimson Flower. I also get the feeling that Chapter 14 is also going to be essentially the same as the other Chapter 14, but I suppose we'll see.
Part 2. Silver Snow. Ethereal Moon. Reunion at dawn. It is Imperial Year 1185. Nearly 5 years have passed since the fall of the monastery at Garreg Mach, and war continues to plague the lands of Fodlan. Ferdiad has been captured. The Holy Kingdom of Fargus is in shambles. The Leicester Alliance is on the verge of collapse, fractured by two opposing factions, those who support the Adrestian Empire and its ruler, and those who seek her demise. Meanwhile, under Emperor Edelgard's rule of law, the Adrestian Empire continues to expand its reach. The path to a new Fodlan, unified by Imperial strength, may yet be in sight.
You. How long do you intend to sleep?
So I have a feeling all of this is going to be exactly the same.
Your body is a...
Are you crazy? I told you. They say thieves are running amok up there. And there's plenty of other dangers too. Come on, I promise I won't say you're a coward. Just forget about going anywhere near the monastery. You just remember I tried to stop you. Got it? It's not on my conscience if you wind up dead.
So it looks like this scene's pretty much the same, but I'm pretty sure the Blue Lion's route has more mentions of, you know, Dimitri living there and going around killing bandits.
Unbelievable.
Why am I even here? I know they won't come, but here I am anyway.
This is definitely different, though.
How has it already been 5 years? Time stops for no one, I suppose. Huh? It's you! What are you doing here? Highly doubtful. So you were alive. What have you been doing all this time? Choking at a time like this. Well, if you don't wish to tell me, I won't try to persuade you. All that matters is this. Will you return to the Empire with me? As expected, I knew your answer before I had even asked the question. That means we're enemies now, you and I. My teacher, the time for discussion has come to an end.
Even though our swords may cross as they do now.
There's no denying that our chosen paths never will. Goodbye, my teacher. When next we meet, one of us will breathe their last.
Who is it? Is that... It's you! Yes, it has been. But this is no time for casual chatter.
That's a very weird way for Byleth. It's just like, oh, I just crossed swords with one of my old friends, and she's cut all ties with me, and now says that she'll kill me the next time we meet. But, hey, Senator, how's it been? That's kind of weird.
After you disappeared 5 years ago, do you have any idea how dire the church's situation became?
Well, the Empire's gone to war with them, Rhea's gone, yeah, pretty bad.
Where were you? And what were you doing all of those years? You slept for 5 years. In that case, I suppose there is nothing more to say.
Considering what Flame talks about going to sleep and then having everyone gone, pretty sure Sena's actually had to deal with this kind of thing before, or at least knows what it's like.
You should know that Rhea also disappeared after the battle at Garreg Mach 5 years ago.
Okay, I wonder if she is still being captured in the Empire on this route.
Since then, the Knights have been fully devoted to searching for her. They have yet to find a trace. It is possible. However, the Empire has not made any such statement as of
I
yet.
still, like, one of my biggest criticisms of the Blue Lions route, and I generally, like, 99% love that storyline, by the way, but one of my biggest issues is Rhea. There's no explanation of how or why she was captured, and why Edelgard didn't just kill her, given that Edelgard's entire goal on Crimson Flower is to kill Rhea. So, yeah, I thought that Edelgard wanted Rhea alive. Like, there had to be a reason why she wanted Rhea alive, like she was using her power to fuel the demonic beast army, or that she was gonna turn her into a living weapon and sick her on us. But no, or she was gonna use her to try and find some way to remove Crest from everyone, but no. There was just no reason, and she's just rescued off-screen, and yeah, abdicate as Archbishop off-screen.
Even if that were the truth, there is no way for us to confirm. We have searched all over, but we have reached an impasse. Unless we do something, our efforts to find Rhea and rebuild the church will be stalled indefinitely. Our opportunity to strike back is close at hand. Sadly, we are short on military strength. However, now we have you.
And you are so overleveled, you are a military all in its own.
Do you recall what Rhea told you 5 years ago? She asked for you to take her place should anything ever happen to her. She entrusted you with leading the people of Fodlan.
Okay, I guess that's why Byleth takes over as Archbishop on the Blue Lions routes at the end.
Then I beg of you, please heed her words. It is up to you to lead us, and to defeat the Empire. No, to defeat Edelgard.
Oh wow, there are a lot of good options here. What happens if you choose this?
It is not for me to do. You are the only one who can rise to this task. Someday you will know why that is. Until then, I ask that you trust me.
Yeah, I feel like we're only going to find out exactly what Byleth is on this route.
Sir, bandits have entered the area. They stole some hidden weapons and ran off. They're heading for the town, so that might be where they're hiding out.
Maybe that explains why that chest is there on the Blue Lions route that randomly contains a relic weapon.
Vile thieves! Even with the Knights gone, I cannot believe they would dare trespass here. This is unforgivable. Come, Professor. Let us give chase!
In the Holy Kingdom of Fargus, Imperial loyalist Cornelia has subdued all regions of the former royal house of Byleth to prevent further revolt. Prince Dimitri has been sentenced. Now, the backbone of the former kingdom, Houses Gautier and Fraldarius, struggle to continue the resistance.
Okay, that bit makes more sense on the Blue Lions route.
Cornelia, operating out of the royal palace, has accepted the support of the Empire to build an army and plots to wipe out all remaining kingdom forces. In the Leicester Alliance, House Regan leads an anti-imperial faction, while House Gloucester directs the Empire's supporters. Despite the undeniable threat of fracture, the Alliance's adept new leader, Claude, deftly maintains the outward appearance of a unified front. In Enbar, The imperial capital of the Adrestian Empire, Emperor Edelgard fights to strengthen her regime. She has extended her reach to the kingdom by inciting a coup and continues to draw its former lords under her influence in pursuit of controlling all of Western Fodlan. In the meantime, the Knights of Seiros have been dispatched to find Archbishop Rhea, who remains missing despite their searching. Left unattended, the monastery at Garreg Mach has fallen to ruin and become a haven for thieves.
Looters deserve no forgiveness! After them!
Okay, so one thing that I noticed that's interesting, the backdrop of the chapter intros, it's still the Adrestian Eagle, but there's a Church of Seiros symbol above it, although was that always with the Adrestian Empire symbol? Because I know that they have the crest of Seiros on their royal family.
What the? Intruders! Protect the goods!
Stop the thieves! Retrieve our stolen goods!
Okay, so there's droppable items on a whole ton of enemies here. I feel like that was the same before. It's just that it's a bit more of a, I don't know, like an obvious map gimmick this time, or at least more of an obvious plot point. Because Dimitri's more concerned with, you know, killing every last one of them than he is with retrieving the goods. So it's kind of interesting. The chapter itself is pretty much the same, except now you're actually seeing it on hard mode for once. But the kind of like story for it and the goals are... Well, I mean, the goal, like, the, you know, gameplay goal is totally the same, but again, like, the story-wise goal's quite different. Anyway, here is Byleth of this Resistance Army. That's a new faction. Okay, that's cool.
What's my strategy?
I thought that our faction would be Church of Seiros, and yeah, it's the Crest of Flames. I think from what I've heard, that's actually the same faction you have when you're on the Leicester Alliance route, but not entirely 100% sure about that. Now, Byleth is actually a bit slower on this route than he was on the other one, so this could actually be a bit of a problem. I still have a 3-range 11 sword, and it looks like all of your stuff gets repaired over the time skip. I've also given Byleth gauntlets now, because I never really had Byleth use gauntlets last time. Okay, things require a little more caution now, given that, you know, we're on hard mode. And especially seeing as we have Sethith, and he's weak to arrows, and there are tons of archers around here already. So, that's actually kind of an issue. And you double me if I equip 11 sword, but I sort of want to anyway, but... Guess I can go here, though. I didn't quite mention this last time, well, obviously, because I was just hearing it for the first time, but this song, I believe it's called Chasing Daybreak. This song it's a really great song, and I like it because it kind of manages to both sound sad and triumphant at the same time. It really fits the mood of what's going on here at this point in the game, on really any route. I do feel like the Blue Lions Root's version of this chapter is pretty powerful, because, you know, you've just met Dimitri, he's gone completely off the deep end, he's no longer the same person he was before. He was once before, why did I not have the 11 sword? And then you slowly get more and more of your former students back as you keep going through the chapter. And then what's interesting is that when you hit chapter 16 on the Blue Lions route, it wraps around to sounding sad again, because... yeah, you have to fight some former classmates. I'm not going to 100% spoil that, because, yeah, I don't know. I'll try not to directly spoil too much of the Blue Lions route on this path, because people could be watching this who haven't actually played Blue Lions yet. So I do need to be careful here. I kind of segued into that, but...
Destiny unfurls.
I would very much like that sniper to die. At least Kanto helps him out. Yeah, this is kind of interesting because, yeah, as I've said, there are a lot of snipers on this map, and Seteth is kind of in danger from them. So right now, I'm kind of playing very defensively.
It won't be in vain.
So you'll probably see a bit of a difference in playstyle due to me being on hard mode. Why the heck do I have a Crescent Sickle? Holy crap, and I don't have any healers besides Byleth either, so... Yeah, that was why I'm playing cautiously. Okay.
We had no place to go, so we came back to Garreg Mach. But then... Huh? Professor?
Looks like there's a fight. I'm ready to join the battle.
Okay, so same classes.
It is confirmed that Professor is alive. I will be... cooperating.
What are you doing here? Never mind, we'll have to talk later. Help us with these thieves.
Okay, so no Gilbert on this route. Here is Petra, and oh boy, I've got to watch out for any archers around here. Me making her a Pegasus Knight might have been a slight problem, but she's like one of the few people... So that's actually one thing that I guess I can kind of talk about, is that there are a few classes in this game that barely a lot of people canonically have.
I fight for justice.
Barely any people, I mean. Kind of combine the terms, not a lot of people and barely any people. But yeah, one of them is Pegasus Knight. Ingrid is really the, I think, only canon Pegasus Knight out of anyone on the houses. Which is, yeah, it's a little bit new to have a ranged weapon, unfortunately. It is a little bit weird. Because, like, Marianne is good at flying, but she's not amazing. Oh, wow. Is Caspar seriously going to die to that? He could. Yeah, Marianne is good at flying, I think, but she's also... Like, I don't know. She's also not great in terms of raw strength. Yeah, this being hard, I do have to be kind of careful here. Maybe I should have gone in a different direction with him. Can I... Yeah, I can heal Seteth from here. Not that it's going to really affect much, because that's really small healing, but still.
I have faith.
Yeah, this map's a bit of an interesting challenge on this route, considering just how many snipers there are, and considering that I could just dismount Seteth and all of my problems would be solved. Yep. Oh, does he have a unique... Oh, just Seiros Pegasus Company. Yeah, he does kind of have his own exclusive battalion, but it's obviously... He doesn't have enough core authority to use that. No, he still gets doubled pretty badly by things, but... Yeah, I probably should have dismounted him earlier. Oh well. Does he seriously only have an Iron Lance? Wow, I really should have changed his equipment more before I started this route. Of course, Dorothea does have Physic, that helps. Dorothea is kind of interesting. Her stat build is not amazing from what I found, but she is kind of like a hybrid magic attacker slash healer. Like, she's one of the few pure faith users who gets Physic, which is kind of nice. Do the snipers double her? Attack speed 15 versus attack speed 21. They do not. Just have to be very careful in drawing this sniper because I could potentially run into issues with aggro lines. Because if that mercenary can attack her, then bad things happen. See, I hope hard mode doesn't cause these maps to drag on too much.
Predictable.
Of course, I don't have Dimitri here either, and he's kind of a complete beast post-timeskip. Okay, speed's nice. Don't think I can really use that. Okay, now it's the moment of truth. Does Caspar die, or does he survive? I want to use Caspar a little bit more as a warrior on this run, because I made him a brawler on the other, so I want to... Those characters that I use on both runs, like Setup, I might want to try using in different... Yeah, he's gonna die, isn't he? You were going for Dorothea. I was hoping you would miss, but that was a bit of a shaky hit rate. They're not going to break down that wall, they're just going to run at me. Well, Caspar's alive, but for how much longer? And also Dorothea is in serious trouble. So I think I'm actually going to have Byleth head back here and try and sort some things out over on this side. Okay, that was very important.
I must lead them well.
I'm very glad that happened. Things could have been very bad if that did not happen. Okay, do I need to use it? I really do not like that assassin. The assassins have, yep, they have very good movement to them. You don't actually double Dorothea. Huh. Yeah, I might actually have to hang back and turtle a little bit at this point, which I don't like, but I don't know, I don't really see any other option. I think that's as far as he can go.
I shouldn't strain myself.
Okay, no Meteor, I mean, Physic Caspar.
I owe you one.
Now you're gonna use a nothing disturbance on Byleth. The problem is that's gonna debuff his stats. Okay, down on this front, we have an assassin over there, which could be a problem, but Petra I think can, yeah, she can definitely avoid getting doubled by him. Though her defense is 15. Not amazing. And you've got a lot of attack power too. She definitely liked to grab a silver sword though. I could certainly use that.
You are in my way! My heart burns with pride.
Okay, so I guess we're actually seeing post-timeskip Petra's battle
No
points for
matter
the
what,
first time.
I will not misplace my heart.
I think she still says that pre-timeskip. Okay, don't kill Petra, please. Okay, you're not actually doubling her, even with a higher weight weapon. And you will just die to Sedith. Okay, let's hope things do not go really badly. Oh, that's a bad hit rate. Yeah, you're definitely seeing the difference between hard and normal. It's probably a good thing that I'm not planning on showing much Monastery on this route, because the battles are probably going to be a lot longer. Enemies on hard mode are kind of more durable as a consequence of being a lot faster, so... It's always been a bit of a problem in terms of balancing speed in Fire Emblem, because speed technically affects defense just as much as it does offense, because, you know, if you're fast enough to not get doubled by things, you are more durable. That's always been a weakness of generals. Like, you know, getting hit twice for 10 damage each is worse than getting hit once for 15. I still love that sword pole vault animation. Anyway, we are slowly scraping by. I'm sorry if this feels a little bit turtly, but it's kind of what I have to do here, because most of the new characters we have are just kind of, like, if I was like wimpy, no, I mean, just kind of frail. What is the best accuracy that I have? It's the Iron Sword Plus. What have I got in terms of... Whoa, okay then, that's a good gambit. I may as well aim that here.
It's time.
Unfortunately, Blaze is only one use only. Also, Byleth looks surprisingly happy for someone who's about to blow up something with a barrel. Yeah, it's actually kind of ironic because, yep, those are Empire Knights. So they're now Traitor Knights.
Put me in there.
Okay, that sniper is bad. I have an idea, though. I knew that one. But didn't survive the second shot.
Makes right.
And yeah, he actually says right makes might pre-time skip, and he says might makes right afterwards, so kind of an interesting change of character there. Okay, so plan is 1, Dorothea does not die. 2, she drops a meteor on that sniper's head. I still love that animation. It's like the enemy's just like, oh, I'm walking along. Just not a care in the world. I'm going along then. Ooh, what's that sound? What's that big ominous shadow? Anyway. She does have a pretty good niche for being one of the first / only to get Meteor, and I don't want to have to use it. If I mount, do I have better accuracy? No. And that's the only weapon I've got, so... This feels like a bit of a waste, but I guess I'll go for it.
Lament your weakness.
Nice battalion, root ding there, as I call it, by Pokemon terminology. You know, that's the sound that the experience meter in Pokemon makes when it goes up, like, multiple times. Okay, if I go there... Oh, because I mounted already, I can't dismount again. I would dismount to gain the benefit from the terrain. That's actually another cool thing about dismounting in this game, but I cannot do that, it seems. Okay, so how much damage... Ugh! Okay, he still survives, though. But I need to either gambit or kill you, and I doubt I'll be able to actually kill you. So I'm gonna gambit you.
I have a plan.
Okay, thou art frozen. So now I can move forward a little bit more. I'm pretty sure Petra's canon post-timeskip class as assassin, but
It's going to plan.
I guess I can check that out when we next get back to preparations, and yeah. It's funny, Seth was a beast for me on the other route, but maybe he's a little worse at this point on hard rather than normal. Also, look, it's a lady bandit! Shame that Sylvain's not here, and actually will not be here because I didn't recruit him on this route. I basically recruited everyone that I didn't get on my first playthrough. Ooh, that's really bad.
To survive, I will win! I fight for justice's name.
What is that name, man? Makes it sound like justice is like an abstract concept and they have a true name, that if you speak the true name of justice, things happen. Okay, Seth is in trouble. But also Petra, let's see if she can finish this guy off. Girl. Actually, that's a cool generic portrait. That's a really cool generic portrait. Anyway, what I was saying is, it's a shame that Petra doesn't say you will be slapped down anymore. I mean, maybe she does, but she didn't say it that time. So I'm guessing Seth is counted as a lord here. No, he's not. It's just Byleth, okay. So Seth can probably die here, and that'll be fine. Maybe he'll just retreat though, given that I'm pretty sure he's going to be very important story-wise. Silver Sword. That's going to Petra, actually. Don't know if she can trade and still use that, though. Doesn't end her turn. Yep, she can still go. Of course, I now have to choose... Oh, okay. Well, right then, I'm kind of stuck with Petra attacking you, but that's fine. What do we got here in terms of the rest of the map? Quite a few enemies left. I think we should be able to mop up these ones, though. Haven't actually seen anyone else come back. Weren't there more reinforcements at this point on my Blue Lions farm? Maybe it's dependent on how far you go into the map. Yeah, you're definitely down.
Who's next? Get in line.
I'll probably need that. Don't think there are any enemy armors here, so I don't think I'll need that. Oh, that's interesting. You're kind of scared of Petra. I could heal, but I'd rather have Byleth advance further into the map. I know that's a melee range attacker, so I don't need to equip the 11 sword. Yeah, Byleth is a little bit of a mighty glacier on this run, which is a bit of a problem. And there's another assassin up there with a Venom Edge. Apparently, Venom Stones are like a rare drop from certain types of monsters on all routes, so that's a little bit kind of annoying if you want a lot of those. I need to heal Petra, and I really need to heal Zenith. How much range do you have on Physic? Probably not great. We can still get to Petra, though.
Thank you.
Apparently Dorothea and Petra's ending is like ambiguously romantic, which is interesting. Yet her ending with Edelgard is apparently platonic. Which is, I don't know, seems kind of, yeah. Like, you know, it makes sense because, like, you know, just like not all straight men and straight women are attracted to each other, not all bisexual people will be attracted to each other, but still. Oh, obviously Byleth can talk to everyone here. Yeah, he can still attack with 11 sword from here, so I may as well talk.
Do you remember our promise from 5 years ago, Professor? Today's the day.
It's class reunion time! The best class reunion ever! Murdering bandits. You know it's a Fire Emblem game when. Let's... Yeah, you'll go to this side. Aha! Here we go!
People? A battle? Oh, there wasn't supposed to be anyone here! Wait, is that... Professor?
Professor, you're alive after all. Well then, I am quite pleased with my choice to come here.
Professor? Never mind. We have to focus on winning this fight.
Finally, we get to see your post-timeskip design in happier circumstances.
Lend us a hand. Let's beat them back.
No, let's slap them down! As Petra sadly no longer says anymore. Okay, so Ferdinand is... he's pretty solid. Yeah, I think everyone kind of comes back to the same level they were before. Wait, did he just say... Yeah, apparently he stopped saying I am Ferdinand von Eyre after the time skip, but apparently in Japanese it's even hammier. So, he's like, Waga. Is it Waga or... No, it's probably not Ware. I think it's Waga, which is kind of very, kind of a very pretentious sounding pronoun, so that's kind of funny.
I do this for all of us.
Oh, wow, that's cool. Except there's a sniper there, and she might die. Because she got pretty badly strength and speed through to this run. Yeah, she's not... What the heck is this? Oh, HP plus 5. Yeah, a lot of people mastered Noble and Commoner on this run. Encloser. Nope, bad idea.
I'm awake.
Well, she gets 2 shots. She doesn't even, like, 2-shot them in return. Suppose I can just chip away with that. Okay, her full outfit post-timeskip actually looks pretty cool. Never really got to see that before. Because her portrait doesn't really do it justice. And thankfully you healed a ton. And of course you pressed it and healed even more. You can only get the barricade there. And he gets doubled, as I kind of suspected.
Can't pull back yet.
Gaspar really needs healing. I'm really Oh! Oh, of course, because you use your default design as a dancer. I thought you were a sorcerer, but I forgot you could dance. Okay, that changes things. People are probably really ragging on me for that, but yeah, because she's the only one who actually has dancer as a quote-unquote canon class. Yeah, of course, she keeps the design as a dancer, which means that, yeah, I'm used to her looking like that, but being a warlock, so that's why I didn't think to use any dancers. Want to put you in a trance. Anyway, okay. Okay, Silver Sword buffs my attack speed, which is cool. Sadeth really needs to heal. Well, at least this will only lure one of them. He will keep his mount, because otherwise he may get doubled. And he gets doubled anyway, because of course he does. Why is he so slow on this run? It's kind of weird, like, despite Cyril being the aptitude one, Sedith appears to be the one, like, from most of my runs, who starts out worse but ends up better. Also, Ferdinand looks pretty cool. He actually looks a lot like a Radiant Dawn Paladin.
It all comes down to this.
Aha! You think that could phase Ferdinand von Aegir? He is Ferdinand von Aegir! Nothing phases Ferdinand von Aegir, for his name is Ferdinand von Aegir. It's not nearly as funny as I'm Sigbert, though. It's just like, why'd they make that his selection point in Heroes? He's just like, I'm Sigbert. I like reminding people of my name, and that name is Sigbert. Did I mention that I'm Sigbert? Because I'm Sigbert. That was a joke I actually used in my scrapped, blind
if we split
runner.
our troops in two, we can attack from the north and the south to trap their leader.
Yeah, I'm kind of already doing that. But anyway, yeah, my cancelled, you know, Heirs of Fate blind run. That's basically what I said there. Okay, that's got the most power. It will result in deadage, though. Is there any combat art? Nope. Okay. No, yeah, wow, she is weak on this run. She just can't kill anything. I do have gambits, though. Oh, yeah, right, group flams, because, yeah, for some reason I gave her that's why she's so weak. I gave her a mage battalion. It's kind of negating Bowfair a little bit. Wow, she's doing this little damage even with Bowfair. That's really a shame. Okay. I kind of want to get rid of that sniper.
We'll ensnare them with ease.
Let's shake things up.
I don't know why, but that sounded kind of weird to me, but anyway. So, apparently gambits for enemies have friendly fire, but not for you. Oh, okay, if Linhardt goes here, the sniper could actually attack him. Wait, why do I... Wait a minute. Oh, I gave him the Caduceus Staff! Yeah, of course I did. Forgot about that. Because obviously it wasn't really going to benefit Flame that much on this route. So I could actually... Yeah, let's do that. That's a better option. Yeah, obviously since I don't, you know, record... Since I didn't actually record much pre-timeskip, I've kind of forgotten what I gave everyone at this point, but... Yeah. Thank you... those weapons being able to be used by anyone with a crest. Oh, I didn't, and by the way, I didn't throw away the Blessed Lance in this run. So you finally get to see it! Okay, no matter what happens, it gets doubled, so may as well use this anyway.
No time for pity.
So an interesting thing about Post-timeskip Ferdinand is that his hair looks very similar to mine. To my canonical Post-timeskip hairstyle, because at school I had short hair because I was forced to have short hair. Because, like, it was against the rules to have hair below shoulder length at my school. So basically, yeah, I pretty much did exactly what Ferdinand did. I grew my hair out long after the time skip. After the IRL time skip. Okay. Let's stop talking about IRL time skips and start talking about... Yeah, I feel like my battalion's not going to be around much longer, so I may as well use it while it lasts. But I could also try and killer axe this guy with a very good crit rate. I mean, I have a lot of spare divine pulses, and I did not get the crit. Oh, okay, well that's bad. Setup has to get out of it now. I don't like you.
My heart burns with pride.
But is it singing like Azura? Wait a minute. Okay, that could be bad. Okay, I could gambit you guys to prevent you from attacking Petra, but... Or I could just, you know, physic Petra, that'll probably be better. I've not actually had to use her dance yet, which is interesting. Yeah, it's funny, like, that outfit definitely looks more like a mage than a dancer. That's what's throwing me off.
All this power...
I feel so bad for Zenith. He's had to, like, run and hide for most of this... this chapter. It's just, there's too many archers. Please, no more, you die. I would have appreciated you dodging there, but anyway. Yeah, because Morgan's gonna attack. Oh, come on! You can dodge. I'm pretty sure she's gonna die now, because she didn't dodge 150.
Let's try some.
Of course, Ferdinand hits a 55, but Petra can't dodge it. They're dragging it out. Why do they drag? They always drag it. Oh, she's okay. Okay. Unless poison can kill you in this game, please tell me poison can't kill you. No poison cannot kill you. Good.
This is my stage now.
I don't know if I should have done that, actually. I probably should have physicked someone, but oh well. Is that better? Because then can Zenith swoop in and finish him off? Well, he'll probably finish him off. It's not guaranteed. Or I could go for the big hit and then potentially critical. Wow, didn't get it. Okay. I do like how characters kind of brace themselves for attack with their weapon, like they go into a defensive stance.
You defeat me? Left.
Actually, he's come very close to being defeated several times over the course of this chapter, so not laughable.
I am nearing my limit.
I mean, the Devil's Sword can't really hurt you if you're... Oh, okay, it's only, like, one better than the Silver Sword. So, kind of makes it a bit worthless now. Will Gambit do enough? It will, and I can Gambit you and then run. I hope I can get out of range of that guy, though, because Pegasus doesn't really have, like, 6 moves in this game. Oh, speaking of which... Triangle attack. Well, I have Zenith, but... Okay, meanwhile, on the other front... I should probably get down and try and get those chests, because I know that one of them has that Axe of Yugoslavia that... I'm sorry, but that is what I will call it now. Oh, yeah, you have Warp. I need to be aware of that, too.
Bernie's unstoppable. this'll help me keep steady.
No strength. That's kind of bad. Well, there's no chance of ever letting your guard down against an immovable barricade. Uh-oh. That could have been a bad idea. Yep, that was an extremely bad idea, except Leonhardt can just heal him.
Back to the fray.
Thank you, Crest of Seth Lee. No, what should I... Actually, I said I wouldn't give direct spoilers, so let's not say what the crest actually is.
Predictable.
Wow, you are not wearing much in the way of pants.
All is going to plan. There is
B+ swords, not bad. Oh, by the way, as a symbolic gesture, I actually convoyed Byleth's Black Eagles pendants at the first opportunity I got after, you know, the thing happened on this route. I mean, it was providing solid stat bonuses, but still. I was also a lot more focused about my, like, skill teaching on this route, because I didn't really experiment as much as I did on my first playthrough, so you might see some S ranks on this run. I don't know, but you might. Because I actually did see that, in this game, if you get S ranks on tomes, you can actually get things like, Black Magic Range +1 or Dark Magic Range +1. But of course, by the time you actually get those, yeah, there's not much left to do in the game, so they're kind of like just bragging rights.
I'll do what it takes.
Obviously don't go there. One thing can attack him if he goes there, and that's a Sniper Bandit. But be kind of careful of, wow, he's just a thief? He's not even an assassin. Maybe he transformed into an assassin when he starts running. I also really should have given you some better ranged weapons. Okay, Silver Lance, that might be useful for Seteth. Normally I give that to Dimitri, but he's not here right now, and will actually never be here, sadly.
Lament your weakness.
Okay, just going for Byleth. You can actually counter him, so that's kind of decent. The problem with making Dorothea my dancer is she's not only my main mage right now, she's also one of my main healers, so... Yep, as usual, Physic is the same, like, healing might as regular heal.
Predictable.
This has just been the Byleth dodges arrows chapter, hasn't it? Yeah, I thought everyone would start charging. Ow. Is Mr. Bossman Thief gonna start moving? No, he's just staying there. Okay, now would be a good time for a line AoE Gambit, but... Do you have any meteors left? No, you must not have any meteors left. You only have one? Oh, that's because you're a dancer, right. I'm used to having two meteors thanks to Black Magic, uses ×2 from being a warlock. Well, you do have the accuracy thing, but I'm not surprised at having that much hit rate against someone in bushes. So many free items. Of course, Byleth has already used his Gambit. And you've already used all of your Gambits. Not sure whether I should make Petra a Swordmaster. Maybe I should. I just kind of like having her as a flyer. She'd make a pretty solid Wyvern Lord as well.
Fuels my body and mind.
But she'd have to train. Actually, she's already trained axes. Because that's one of her special skills, isn't it? Not special skills, but like one of the skills that you're sort of quote-unquote supposed to train her in. Yeah, I had to level up her lances quite a bit to get her into Pegasus Knight. And, you know, anything for heroes, quote-unquote, canon, even though we can't really do that.
I'm so glad I get to see you again, Professor.
Let me guess, that's all, isn't it? Yep, I thought so. Wow, one-shotted. That's probably not a bad use of that, but I want to see if I can at least get it. Yep. Okay, now, since I've still got the same RNG, I'm guessing that I need to, like, do something else combat-wise. I'm actually doubling something with Ferdinand. That's not a feeling that I get often. I think I'd actually get Linhardt in there too. Well, okay. There was a miss there. Which means maybe strategy? That's used up the RNG.
I'm so...
Will this work? Yep, it did.
It won't be in vain.
Something that I could say, though, about the Sublime Creator Sword is that I, at this point, definitely have a theory as to what the Heroes Relics are. And I have a feeling that I might be right. So I guess I can say it. I think the Heroes Relics, I think what happened all those years ago, is that Nemesis killed Sothis and chopped her up and made weapons out of her bones and gave them to his generals. And that's what the Heroes Relics are. Which, if true, is very, very dark, but it does kind of make sense. Okay, certainly I have something that gets rid of you. No. Well, that's not good,
do this
except
for all of us.
Bernie does have a special attack here.
Today I was lucky.
Also, everyone's poisoned.
Remain cautious.
It's like, you know, my Lacto Ruins run of Sacred Stones all over again. Okay, I still have a Gambit, and it one-shots you, but this also one-rounds you, so I may as well. Are you the last one left besides the boss? I think you are. Oh, I only have door keys, not chest keys. Yep, it's only the boss man. So, who has chest keys? I think really it's mostly just Byleth who has chest keys. Yeah, he has one more. Oh no, you do have one. Okay, this is really dumb, but... Gonna have to get that axe to her back later.
Thank you. Ready for anything.
Okay, those are just stairs, so I can position Ferdinand to try and take that guy on. I think Bernadetta will get ready to snipe him as he runs, because having played this map on the other route, I do know that he's going to run eventually. Open that, I might be able to... We'll see right now. Do I have any chest keys in the convoy? I have exactly one. Perfect. Armor Slayer. Don't know if that's going to be that amazing. And so, the openage of the chest of first is done. And we have the Axe of Yugoslavia. Which is what I will call that thing now.
Back to the fray.
And maybe think of Back to the Future. Yeah, which I finally watched, and yes, it actually is as good as I thought it would be. Well, not thought, but like, it actually is as good as people made it out to be. I just realized if Chapter 14 really is the same as the other route, then... oh, that's going to be a problem. Because it involves a lot of Falcon Knights, and Falcon Knights on this difficulty, I really don't want to have to run into those. Considering how much trouble I've had with Pegasus Knights in the past. Okay, so now you will engage in the openage of the... No! Okay, but I can give it to Linhardt. And he can then engage in the openage of the chest. Oh yeah, that thing. The Cursed Sword of Edge.
No! I'm not the one you want! I guess I've got no choice! Put the plan into action.
Okay, his hair's really long. It actually is longer than mine. I think I've had my hair that long at one point, but not for an extended length of time. Gonna get rid of Thor on him, maybe. Yeah, all the chests are obtained. There's really no reason to stick around anymore.
Appreciate it.
No special boss dialogue for Seth, though.
It isn't looking good for us. Should we retreat?
He has some treasure from the monastery too. Do not let him escape.
Okay, so Seth is like really, really determined to save that treasure. Yeah, he's still a thief, but he now has a speed ring and a silver sword. Okay, and you two both have treasures. I kind of figured that would miss. Well, Caspar did grab a door key. But I think they're... No, you're actually going to attack us. You're not going to run.
Exploit their weak
I
spot.
kind of didn't mean to do that, but I suppose it might help. Oh, he has pass, doesn't he? And vantage. So while his minions will not be able to escape, he will. If I, like, as in, won't be able to escape if I block them.
With all of my might! My heart burns with pride.
No slapping down, though. That's kind of a shame. I've heard that line's become a meme, and I'm not surprised. But anyway, I guess one more thing that I can talk about, yeah, that cutscene with Edelgard. The reason why I didn't really react to it that much is actually because, yeah, pre-release, that scene was like the thumbnail of one of the early trailers, but I was honestly expecting that scene to play, like, before the final battle of the Blue Lions route. I didn't expect it to be the beginning of the church.
You should yield me a tidy profit.
Oh! Okay, enemies are actually using combat arts on me. That did not happen on normal mode. That's interesting. I'll need to be aware of that.
Each battle a victory.
Because that means that later on, Edelgard could potentially use her horrendously busted combat art on my face. Yeah, Grounder, so that's kind of cool. It's kind of weird how, despite the lowered experience gain, being on hard is actually making me more over-leveled than I was on my other route. Oh, Vantage, right. Not that it actually meant anything. Well, only fitting for Caspar to stop a thief from escaping.
The results speak for themselves.
It's a lot of luck.
I thought it would be easy money. Maybe it wasn't meant to be.
Normally, robbing an abandoned, extravagant monastery is a good idea. He just didn't count on it actually being defended for the first time in 5 years.
That man used to be a merchant here at the monastery.
Oh.
He must have fallen on hard times to take up with those thieves.
Do you find that out on the other routes? It's been a while since I've recorded Blue Lions. That's interesting. Yes, that took a little while, but hopefully that was decent, and hopefully it got a bit of a different feeling than the Blue Lions first chapter of the time skip.
It seems we were able to expel the bandits who were hiding in Garreg Mach. How fortuitous that you students should gather at the monastery like this.
Wow, everyone is wearing a lot of reds and purples here. Linhardt looks really out of place.
We made a promise with the professor. That was 5 years ago to the very day.
We all gave our promise to be meeting here when the Millennium Festival arrived.
It's kind of funny that she was blushing, because she's actually my, she was my choice of Goddess Tower scene on this route, I think. Yeah.
Though the one who came up with that plan is not here. Edelgard. Still, how incredible that those present gathered despite the terrible state of things.
The most incredible part of it is that you didn't oversleep and miss the reunion.
So, that is the reason. Professor, the monastery is safe because of your devoted students. I am now fully convinced that you are the only one who can save Fodlan.
Because you've made like 7 people accept you.
Ah, so you have finally accepted your destiny.
Ferdinand's, I just realized Ferdinand's coat is like literally big-chested, so that's kind of like, I don't know, just shows his ego, I guess.
On the very day I return to Garreg Mach, you awaken and return as well. This is no mere coincidence, but rather the work of the goddess.
Well, literally, because she made Byleth wake up and come here.
Actually, well, it will be easier to just show you. Come with me to the Holy Mausoleum.
Okay.
I realize that since you've been slumbering for so long, you have no idea what has transpired in the various territories.
Well, it's pretty much exactly what transpired in the Blue Lions route anyway.
Allow me to explain. After the Battle of Garreg Mach, there was a change of regime in the kingdom. House Blythid suffered a series of brutal massacres, which claimed the lives of Dimitri and Regent Rufus.
Actually, not Dimitri.
The kingdom capital fell, and was absorbed into the Empire as the Fargus Dukedom, which is now under Cornelia's control.
So we'll have to put a stop to the mad waifu's ambitions once again.
Some still resist the Empire. As of now, Rodrigue of House Fraldarius is at the center of such efforts.
Well, let's see if he lives on this route.
In the Alliance, Claude leads the faction that opposes the Empire, and Lawrence leads those who have sided with them.
Yep, that's not great.
Front lines are ever in motion, but the war effort has stagnated overall. In short, both the Kingdom and the Alliance have been swallowed up by the Empire and are on the verge of collapse.
Which is the status quo on every single route except Edelgard's, which feels kind of weird.
We must gather our generals and soldiers under your command and reverse this dire situation.
So we're going to the Holy Mausoleum?
Flame, look! The Professor has returned to us.
Wow, okay, you never come back to this place on the Blue Lions routes. That's interesting.
What do you mean? Oh, goodness! It really is you, Professor!
Violet's face! Why is Violet like, ooh, ooh, what is that here? Ooh. I'm sorry. It's just, is he surprised she hasn't aged at all?
I cannot believe you are still of this world. We were so worried we would never see you again. I forgot something important at the Holy Mausoleum. I told my brother that I had to go back for it no matter what, and so here I am.
Okay, already a few divergences.
After we finished here, we were going to continue our search for Rhea. But now that you are here, things have changed. We must not waste this opportunity. We shall send word to the knights scattered all across the land. The time has come for the Knights of Seiros to return to action. We are counting on you, Professor.
Is our faction going to change the Knights of Seiros, or will we stay Resistance forces? And, okay, so yeah, Silver Snow, it's not the... I thought we'd get the pre-timeskip file insignia for this, but no, we actually have a totally new file insignia for this. Not the Addressed in Empire's logo, but the logo of the Resistance Forces. So, yeah, people have said this route is basically just Golden Deer but worse, but I'm eager to see it for myself and just make my own judgment personally, so we'll be seeing more of that next time.